1979?
So the way that we know it is that. So you know the fucking Mimic song that you listen to?
Yeah, Mimic. The fucking Mimic.
All the characters in that song are actual characters in the story.
I thought they were just made up for the song.
No, they're all real. And yes.
Is David
Phil.
real?
Yes.
David is real?
Yes, David is real. David is real.
My
and he
name
gets
is
run over by a
David?
car.
Wait,
name
he
is
actually
David.
got hit by a
He
car?
won some ice cream. Yes.
He actually wanted
you wanna-
ice cream?
Do you wanna hear the backstory of the Mimic?
Please! Oh my god! I thought this was just like a random song.
Edwin is Edwin.
His name is Edwin?
His name is Edwin. He made the Mimic.
Okay, continue.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So, stay with me, Phil.
His name is Edwin.
His name is. He made the Mimic.
Yeah?
Care of his son. So the whole thing with Edwin is that he lives in a warehouse because he's I don't fucking know, he's poor or some shit. he lives in a warehouse, and I think his wife died. So it's only him and his son David. And he makes the Mimic to take care of David
because he wants
and
some
watch
ice
over
cream.
him. No, that comes later. So he makes the Mimic.
Okay, I am actually seated in for this. Okay. Yeah, okay.
So he makes the Mimic to like watch over David or whatever the fuck. But it fails, right?
Yeah?
David wants some ice cream and he gets run over by a car and dies.
No. It wasn't because of the ice cream. It was because of the ball.
Where is his ball?
Yeah, he was
Where is
looking for his ball.
He was looking for his ball.
Was the ball is the ball canon?
Yes.
Okay, the ball is canon.
The ball is canon. We're confirming right now. The ball is canon, chat.
And so he wanted some ice cream, and then he was looking for his ball, and then he was out on the road, and then
he got run over.
And no, and then his name was David.
His name was David.
And then he saw a car, and then he got hit by the car,
and he died. What happened was Edwin, his name is Edwin, he made the Mimic.
Yeah, he made the Mimic.
He gets really angry because David got run over by a car. He gets really angry.
Yeah?
And he looks at the Mimic and he's like, I'm gonna take my anger out on you.
What?
Because you didn't keep my son safe.
What?
Because he built the Mimic to watch over David, and then David died, so he's like, I'm gonna start beating up the Mimic. Father abuse is canon in the FNAF time.
He abused the Mimic?
Yes. But this is why the Mimic is evil, because it saw Edwin being angry and beating him up.
And then
so
he
he's
mimicked
like,
that?
He mimicked that. So now he... So Fazbear Entertainment. Pretty Fazbear.
Yeah, pretty Fazbear. Couldn't... You made the Mimic, though. Like, Edwin made the Mimic, right? His name is Edwin, and he made the Mimic. Yes. Couldn't he have just turned it off?
Yes, but he was angry.
Right?
What happened? Yes. This is true.
This is canonical to the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline. What you didn't understand is that the belt that Edwin used to abuse the Mimic was inside of the box. The belt that Edwin used to beat and abuse the Mimic was locked inside the box. basically,
Oh, whoa.
Edwin made the mimic, and then the mimic tried to copy David, but then David got hit by a car, so the mimic started copying David, and then Edwin didn't like that, so it beat the mimic with, like, a belt that is inside of the FNAF 4 box. And then...
Yes.
And then the mimic became evil because of that, because he learned to, like, do violence upon others, because Edwin taught him that. And then, after that, Fazbear Entertainment also taught it to kill people by breaking the arms of, like, endoskeletons. So the mimic became double evil, because Fazbear Entertainment taught it to break the arms off of, like, different, like, endoskeletons, and he thought that he should do that with humans as well. And then, the mimic also then went into the internet and went into the r/Five Nights at Freddy's subreddit, and then he learned about William Afton through the internet, and then he used that information to mimic William Afton, so he's now, like, triple evil. Edwin, when the robot he built to mimic his son, mimics his son. What is this fucking Neanderthal doing? Where, like, he's so angry that the machine he built actually works correctly, that instead of turning it off, he just starts beating it. He basically is just beating his laptop because it works correctly. What?
I guess the thought process, a grieving father sees this machine reminding him of his son, and he goes
and instead of hitting the power button, he just takes out a belt and just starts, like...
Yeah, like any other father would.
Jesus Christ.
I think the mimic should have called Crisis Text Line and the Samaritans instead of, like, killing people. I think that he should have taken out his frustrations, like, in a more healthy manner, you know? If the mimic had gone to therapy and had mimicked the therapist, I don't think that this would have happened.
I feel like because the mimic is, like, very old, he doesn't believe in therapy or whatever.
Right.
Wow.
You're laughing.
No,
the mimic got abused and you're laughing.